Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Insanity.
Shepard, I think we have them. Horizon, one of our colonies in the Terminus systems, just went silent. If it isn't under attack, it soon will be. Has Mordin delivered the countermeasure for the Seeker swarms?
Not yet.
Let's hope he works well under pressure. There's something else you should know. One of your former crew, Kaiden Alenko, is stationed on Horizon.
The Collectors just happened to pick a colony with one of my former crew. I don't buy it.
It shouldn't be a surprise the Collectors are interested in you, especially if they're working for the Reapers. They might be going after him to get to you.
Send the coordinates. We'll head straight there.
This is the most warning we've ever had, Shepard. Good luck.
Joker, set a course for Horizon. I've got to go see the Professor.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Tell me you have something.
Yes.
Lilith, we've got a problem.
Still can't calibrate the targeting matrix?
Those defense towers are useless if we don't figure it out.
Sorry, Commander. Getting our comm systems back online takes priority.
Yeah. Okay. Surprised people haven't tried to blame that one on me, too.
People out here don't trust the Alliance. It's nothing personal. What is that?
Get everyone to the safe house. I'll cover you! Run! Hurry!
Assuming control. We are the harbinger of their perfection. Prepare these humans for ascension.
So, time to deal with the first Elusive Man mission, the Collectors. And first what we're gonna do is we're going to make sure that our guns are properly
Gordon, you sure these armor upgrades will protect us from the Seeker swarms?
Certainty impossible, but in limited numbers, should confused detection make us invisible to swarms. In theory.
This ought to be fun.
Experimental technology. Only test is contact with Seeker swarms. Have to test them in person.
Alright, so the collectors, they have a different kind of barrier that I have no idea what takes this thing down, and I do not care because fire damage takes it down well enough. Fire and guns, of course. What? I don't have much of a different strategy for these guys than I already do, like, because Aid and Morden are essentially gonna be accompanying me for almost all of the missions, unless it's a loyalty or something where, in the very rare cases where I would benefit from another ability. And there are a couple of missions like that, but this is not one of them. I personally feel like this is, and by the way, I did get killed here because I always get killed when I have to deal with these husks. The husks are probably the biggest problem here. I usually get overwhelmed because I forget where they are and I forget where they spawn, and the first time I deal with them I get overwhelmed and I die, which is not a pleasant experience, but once I remember where they are, I'm fine.
Those things look like the husks that Geth used on Eden Prime.
Husk technology came from Sovereign.
Guess the elusive man was right. The Collector's answer to the Reapers, damn it.
So I adapt fairly quickly, I would say, to the husk situation, but I do get taken by surprise every now and
This thing
again.
looks human. The Collectors must be using the colonists for raw materials.
No husk creation spikes. Collectors brought husks with them, taking colonists alive. Some other purpose.
These aren't the same creatures I fought on Eden Prime. They're more advanced. Evolved.
They die just like anything else.
This colony's under attack, remember? Let's move out.
You heard the lady. Let's move. Everyone's gone just like before.
Okay, so for these, so collectors, in my opinion, are not that different from most of the regular enemies. In fact, they burn pretty nicely, just as everything else does. And I don't particularly feel like I need a different strategy for them. It is, however, better to try and take them out from a distance and always keep to cover, because indifferent of how tanky I made Shepard, I've never really felt like it was worth it to get out of cover, let's say, because they always seem to tear through my shields very fast and then tear through my life just as fast. So I never felt like I've ever gotten to a point where I can tank more than a couple of hits. So even if let's say I am soldier, I do take damage better than I would if I were another class. I do still feel like, indifferent of how much damage resistance you get, and I did get quite a lot, quite frankly. I did get a couple of upgrades that give me damage resistance. It still does not matter. That just means I'm not getting one shot as soon as my barrier is done.
I am assuming direct control.
Alright, so first Harbinger fight. This is, unfortunately for Harbinger and for these people, this is an area of effect fight, just as it is with most of these guys. They literally have an area where they are allowed to attack, and look at Harbinger, he's not going past there. He literally is not. If you have 5 years of your life, or 5 hours, but I said, because of course I'm exaggerating, you can just allow all of these collectors to turn into Harbinger and power destroy him with fire abilities from this distance. It is absolutely something that you can do. It is absolutely something that I did when I was a soldier, because you don't get enough bullets to shoot him down. As soldier, you do, and you can be a little bit more aggressive and take him out, and then try and take out the other guys before they turn into Harbinger, because the only problem with Harbinger is that he's tankier and takes more bullets than everybody else. Otherwise, there's really nothing that special about him. So I do try to take him out fast, or try to spam abilities. Like here, I'm just sick of spamming bullets, so I'm going to sit here and spam abilities at him. Or not, you know, because I'm impatient with this man. Especially with all of his little taunting. I love taunting him back, but unfortunately he gets to stay there for way too long, and I get bored of taunting him. And with that, I believe we are done with this section. I'm just looking for goodies, because usually in these missions, especially these big story missions, you do have a lot of goodies and a lot of upgrades, but they are so very hard to find and so very annoying. And by the way, I was actually checking to see if I was still on insanity, because I did think that fight was a little too easy.
Company, get out here, now!
You're human. What are you doing out here? You lead them right here.
I cleared a path. You're lucky you're not in the hold of a collector ship right now.
Those things are collectors? You mean, they're real? I thought they were just made up, you know, propaganda to keep us in Alliance space. No, they got Lilith. I saw her go down. Sten, too. They got damn near everybody.
I need to know what I'm up against. Tell me everything you remember.
We lost our comm signals a few hours ago. I came down to check on the main grid. Then I heard screaming. I looked outside and there were swarms of bugs. Everyone they touched just froze. I sealed the doors. Damn it, it's the Alliance's fault. They stationed that Commander Alenko here and built those defense towers. It made us a target.
Tell me more about this Alliance rep.
Commander Alenko? Heard he was some kind of hero or something. That made nothing to me, though. Would rather he'd stayed back in Council space.
Any idea what he was doing on Horizon?
Supposed to be helping us get the defense towers up and running. I got the feeling he was here for something else. Spying on us, maybe.
Tell me about the colony defense towers.
A gift from the Alliance. High-powered Guardian lasers. Supposed to keep hostile ships from landing near the colony. Had to build a massive underground generator just to give it enough juice. Only we couldn't get the targeting systems online. So the Alliance gave us a giant gun that couldn't shoot straight. Stupid sons of bitches.
Why do you think this is the Alliance's fault?
We're just a small colony. Nobody bothered us before we started building those damn defense towers and drew attention to ourselves. I left Council space to get away from the Alliance. Nothing good ever comes from getting mixed up with them.
If you have defenses, we can use them against the Collector ship.
You'd need to calibrate the targeting system first. It's never worked right.
Shouldn't be hard to figure out. Just need the location.
Head for the main transmitter on the other side of the colony. Pretty hard to miss. The targeting controls are at the base.
You know this colony and the equipment. You better come with us.
Not a chance in hell.
You just gonna let the Collectors take your friends?
I'm a mechanic. What am I supposed to do? Whack him with my wrench? I'll let you out, but I'm locking the door behind you. I'm not taking any chances. Good luck. I think you're gonna need it.
Alright, so after we dealt with this coward of a man, he's always a coward, We have to deal with the first big dude, I believe it's called. We actually do have some husks here, and again, the husks are, in my opinion, the problem. Harbinger is fine. A Harbinger will actually come here. Unfortunately, you don't get into a good area where you can zone him out, so I do have to take him out. But that big guy over there is more of a danger to my squad mates. And the Harbinger apparently tried to cheese his way from me by staying out of my line of shot, which is very nasty from him, but it doesn't worry me too much because he dies very fast. Fire damage tears through him, so I don't care that much if he decides to be a little douche every once in a while. I did get swarmed a little bit here, so every single time you see a husk, you're probably going to assume, you can probably assume that I got swarmed somewhere and I got killed a couple of times. But otherwise, because the husks are no longer vulnerable to shotgun or sniper rifle like they were in the previous game, and yes, I died here quite a bit because of the husks. I have no good solution for the husks. If you were to ask me which is my least favorite enemy in Mass Effect, it is the husks. I don't have a good solution for them or a good way to deal with them, and there's way too many of them right here, and I don't want to revive my squad mates because it feels like they get either killed by the husks because they get swarmed, or they get killed by the what are those things called? I don't even know. Anyway, so I actually just run around and try and take them out one at a time. It does get a little hairy, but the husks are the biggest problem, and I am trying to take out this these dudes over here because they are annoying me. They're doing not that big damage. They don't do that much damage because at this point in time I do have damage reduction, but the husks in combination with these guys are annoying. And once I got rid of all of the husks, I don't need to revive my squad mates. I'm just gonna kill this guy by myself. So yeah, there we go. Now that that is done, it's time for the easy part of this fight.
Normandy, do you copy?
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
Time to show these things we give as good as we get. Edie, bring the defense towers online.
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
Let's load up. When the Collectors notice, we'll have a fight on our hands.
We'll stop them. Easy enough.
Maybe not. Enemy reinforcements closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Alright, so the Harbinger section is easy because Harbinger again has an area of effect. So if you put your people on this side, Harbinger will never be able to hit them. And you will be able to sit around and take out the husks, because of course there are husks. And that's the important part. And then I usually try and snipe all of his other buddies instead of sniping him first, because he has more HP. So I try to take out all of the other collectors that I can before going for Harbinger, so that I don't have to struggle with him. But as you can see, Harbinger is not coming here. The collectors aren't coming here, so this is a pretty safe space. I would say you can just maneuver your way however you see fit and try and take out the other collectors before going for Harbinger from this place. And then you can focus on Harbinger once the rest of the enemies are taken care of. Of course, there are a couple of them that are a little bit cheesy and got away from me, but that's fine. I got them. Now, after that wave is gone, we move to the other side because the enemies will actually be spawning on the other side, and now we can take out the husks from here in the beginning, and then Harbinger and his pals are gonna spawn in the other place. And here again, if you have patience and 5 hours, as you can see, Harbinger is not coming here and he's not shooting you, so you can spam abilities at him and just let him take control of all of the collectors, and you can do this part with no bullets. Trust me, I've done it. Not on this playthrough because here I'm a soldier and I have enough bullets, but when I was a sentinel, that's exactly what I did. Either way, now I'm being a little bit more aggressive because I can't find their little pals, so I'm trying to get them to pop out of their hiding space, because if you are out of their range of attack, they will not pop out of their little hiding spaces, and I don't have too good of a visibility from this side. But otherwise, this fight really is just me running around, picking them off one by one. As soon as Harbinger is out, I just spam abilities at him because he thinks he's funny, but he's not. So not much really to say about this section. This is actually the easier one. In fact, I personally feel like the husk section in once you open the door the first time, that's the one that always gets me killed. That's the one that I don't like. This section is pretty easy, and Harbinger is hardly worth talking about. He never feels like too much of an issue. And by the way, this problem actually persists every single time he appears. If you get him outside of his area of range, he is quite literally just a sitting duck, and he will try to get to you. So out of everyone, you're more likely to kill him with abilities like it's nobody's business, just like I did there. Whereas all of these guys, they will cower behind their hiding spot until you are in their line of fire and they can shoot at you. So the annoying part, so I actually did get this gun that you actually get in this mission specifically for this guy, because it tears through his barrier very fast and it tears through his whole armor, and he's the last enemy here. So quite literally, as soon as I get rid of him, it is GG's. And I mostly use the gun for the barrier because the barrier is the most annoying part about him, let's say. The rest of his armor I can take down with my fire stuff, but his armor in general is something that I do need to focus my big laser on.
Let him get away!
That ship is huge. Exactly how are we supposed to catch it?
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something!
I did my best. You just hid in your damn bunker.
Real nice. Shepard risked everything to save your ass.
Shepard? Wait. I know that name. Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a legend, Delan. And a ghost.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Commander. We all did.
It's been too long, Kaiden. How have you been?
Is that all you have to say? You show up after 2 years and just act like nothing happened. I would have followed you anywhere, Commander. thinking you were gone. It was like losing a limb. Why didn't you try to contact me? Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
Not my choice. I spent the last 2 years in some kind of coma while Cerberus rebuilt me.
You're with Cerberus now. I can't believe the reports were right.
Reports? You already knew?
Alliance intel thought Cerberus might be behind the missing human colonies. I got a tip this colony might be the next one to get hit. Anderson stonewalled me, but there were rumors that you weren't dead, that you were working for the enemy.
Cerberus and I want the same thing, to save our colonies. That doesn't mean I answer to them.
Do you really believe that? Or is that just what Cerberus wants you to think? I wanted to believe the rumors that you were alive, but I never expected anything like this. You've turned your back on everything we stood for.
Kaiden, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I want to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. They could be using the threat of a Reaper to manipulate you. What if they're behind it? What if they're working with the Collectors?
Typical Alliance. You can't take your eyes off Cerberus long enough to see the real threat.
I can see you won't listen to reason.
You show up after 2 years and tell me you're working with Cerberus. What does reason figure into any of this? You've changed, but I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. Always will be. I've got to report back to the Citadel. They can decide if they believe your story or not.
We both know how that's gonna turn out. The Alliance will try to blame Cerberus just like you did.
A leopard can't change its spots. Cerberus can't be trusted. Goodbye, Shepard. And be careful.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
It was good to finally go toe-to-toe with the enemy.
Now you've got a taste for it. I'll be sure to find a way to keep you sated. The Collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
I wondered if you had something to do with that attack. Kaiden said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus.
I released a few carefully disguised rumors that you might be alive and working for Cerberus.
I see. What were you trying to prove?
I suspected the Collectors were looking for you or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. It was a risk, but I couldn't just wait for them to take another colony. You understand?
We chased them off once. Find a target and I'll hit it.
Our target is set, but we can't reach it yet. It's their home world. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
I'm free, clear, and focused on the mission.
That's what I like to hear. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
I'll make sure they're ready, one way or the other. The Collectors won't know what hit them.
I trust you know what you're doing. I just want to be clear about your odds. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
I need you sharp and focused if we're gonna get this done, Taylor.
That's what I meant, Commander. I don't want any distractions when we hit the relay. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is, too. Getting some closure, you know?
Shepard, I find myself in the unpleasant position of asking for your help. I don't like discussing personal matters, but this is important.
What's going on?
You remember what I told you about Father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
So why are you sharing the family history with me?
My father's agents have been searching for my sister for years. I believe they've tracked her to Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
Hey, Commander. It's, pretty crazy the people you can run into out here, huh? I mean, it was probably a setup or something, but it was still good to see Kaiden, Staff Commander Alenko, wasn't it?
Another reminder of how I lost more than time. I don't need this garbage.
Right. Understood, Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
We're just having an argument over personalization of my workspace.
Cerberus regulations are clear, Mr. Moreau. Personalization does not include grease on my bridge cameras.
It's just mad that all its footage of me looks like a dream sequence.
That's it for now.
Alright, after so much talking, it is time to get Thane, my favorite squad mate in this game. And I do bring Garrison Miranda with me because it's just the beginning of Ilium.
Welcome to Nos Astra, Commander Shepard. We've been instructed to waive all docking and administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
That's a lot of firepower for a friendly welcome. Expecting trouble?
We're the gateway to the Terminus systems, Commander. That element of risk requires greater security. Liara Tazzoni vouched for your conduct and paid all fees you would normally incur. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
25. Cell at 25.
You're Commander Shepard? I saw your... I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
What message were you asked to give?
Shepard, we hide. We borrow. We build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
I'm glad to hear that you're rebuilding. Are you somewhere close by?
The Rachni Queen is not here. That message is one of many memories I carry from her. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
You obviously got off-world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way, all working together, each with a purpose.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to, and her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful, and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni War was a mistake. Some things soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni War?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend on Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeas.
If I recall correctly, Miss Parasini, you owe me a beer.
That I do. Have a seat. What brings you to Ilium? You know, that you can talk about.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high-quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Ilium.
How do I know this stuff is any good? You're an Asari. Maybe your stuff is no good for humans.
I carry nothing but the best. I offer a money-back guarantee.
That doesn't help when I'm dead due to equipment failure. Look, I'm dropping too many credits to screw around here.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
What kind of special items are we talking about?
Oh, you know, schematics, designs. Nothing illegal, but I may not have all the licenses to sell them.
Do you have anything else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Noveria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parasini, you set me up! But this isn't Noveria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to find you out of business.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematic she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. Ah, that was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute. Hermia is going to be a very poor woman very shortly. Thanks for the help, Shepard. I love nailing Asari. So ageless and superior. Then you get them and they squeal like schoolgirls.
How long were you after this woman?
A few weeks, plus transit time. Not nearly as long as Annaleus. Hell, at least this time I didn't have to wear heels and a dress.
How'd you end up on Noveria anyway?
Scholarship program and a competitive internship. Turned out I was only middling at the science, but I could always ferret out secrets. You grow up poor and surrounded by rich kids, you get good at hiding yourself. Helps with going undercover.
What's up next for you?
Research. We've had some hacking attacks lately, and I want to make sure they're external. A lot of people are suddenly interested in dark energy. My bosses want to know if it's something to worry about. That'll hold me over until I have to go back undercover anyway.
Must be hard going undercover so often.
It's not so bad. Go new places, be new people. The only weird part is when you go home and try to talk to people, and you forget how to react. Like it's another cover, you know?
Deep down, part of you likes fooling people. That's what makes you good at it.
Part of me, yeah. I grew up poor and working class. Now I walk around the rich and powerful, taking notes, getting evidence. And they never see me coming.
It's been a pleasure, Gianna.
You too, Shepard. See you around.
Slavery is an inextricable part of...
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls. Shepard. My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
You're threatening to flay people alive now?
Oh, that. That was just a customer unhappy with the information he received. He'll pay. They always do. Ever since I helped you stop Saren, people have wanted to be my friend, or not be my enemy. I've set up a respectable business as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back, gunning for the Collectors with Cerberus.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
If you can't join me, would you be willing to give me some information?
Of course. Who or what are you looking for?
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara? Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
How's your own work going?
It's busy. It's crazy. It would be so easy to join up with you. Like old times. But these aren't old times. I have commitments here. Things I need to take care of.
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
I'll talk to you later, Liara. Serena?
Who wants to know?
Someone who can make your life a living hell.
Too late.
Liara Tassoni said you'd have information on Thane Krios. Am I wasting my time?
Tana, cover for me. Over here. Yeah, I know who Thane Krios is. I might have passed him some information, but I didn't hire him. What do you want to know?
Maybe you could help me find him.
I can tell you, but you won't stop him. When he contacted me, I checked up on him. The man never gives up on a job. I ran security for Nasana Dantius. Then I found out she was having people killed to cover up her dirty secrets. She fired me when I confronted her. Her loss. I might have been good enough to stop Thane from taking her down.
Just tell me where I can find Thane.
The Dantius Towers. Penthouse level of Tower 1. There's a second tower, still under construction. If Thane is smart, he'll go in from there.
I'll find him.
Not without some help. You don't just walk into the Dantius Towers, especially now.
Let me guess. You can help us out.
I can get you in, but you'll only get one shot. You'd better be ready.
I'm ready now.
That's what I like to hear. We'll go tonight, as soon as the shift workers clear out of Tower 2. The towers are heavily guarded, and you'll find more resistance closer to the penthouse. So, this assassin, you planning to stop him?
I'm just here to make sure he survives.
There they are, the Dantius Towers. You'll have to get up to the second tower and cross the bridge to the penthouse. Her mercs will fight you every step, but it's your best chance.
We might find him before it goes that far.
Maybe. At least you'll know where he's headed.
All right, let's do this.
Hold on. Don't linger too long. They'll be here to greet you soon enough. Good luck, Shepard.
So after all of that noise and completely ignoring the fact that I could have done Miranda's loyalty mission before this, we are here finally in the tower, and I almost got killed there. I got a little too trigger happy with those robots, but it's fine. We got through, no problems. This mission, in my personal opinion, is actually the hardest one. For several reasons.
Still alive, but unstable.
I can't feel my legs. My chest is killing me.
Just be glad you're still breathing. What happened?
We're just night workers. Nasana sent them after us. She sent the mechs to round us up, but we didn't hear. They just started shooting.
Someone's here to kill Nasana. I need to find him.
I haven't seen anyone. But that explains. The merc said there was no time. Nasana wanted us out of the way. immediately. Then... the dogs...
Needs medical attention, Commander.
I can't breathe. Please.
Here. That should ease the pain and keep you alive until help arrives.
Gotta keep moving if you want to find this assassin.
Take your time.
I think I'm better. Find the other workers. Help them.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can actually skip Thane. I wanna preface this mission by saying you can absolutely skip Thane, skip recruiting Thane, and go throughout Mass Effect 2 without recruiting him, doing his loyalty mission, or having him on your team. But if you want an easier time in Mass Effect 3, I would just recommend getting him. Because Thane saves the counselor gives you extra resources. If you save him, there's no reason not to, especially since this mission is not exceptionally difficult. It's just annoying, I would say. Nothing here that we haven't already faced. There's a bunch of Batarians, Solarians, all of them and machines with armor of different kind. The only difference here, I would say, is that it feels like a swarm, so it feels like one of those husk situations where you're dealing with more enemies than you should be, and I personally do feel like that's intended. We all know that if you don't manage, there's a time limit on this mission, and if you don't do it in time, you will not be able to recruit Thane, so you won't find him. So it does feel like it is on purpose done this way, and quite frankly, if you want a planet scan, a couple or more planets in order to not recruit Thane, I would not say that that's a bad thing in Mass Effect 3, because this is, in my personal opinion, the harder mission. There's a lot of annoying parts here that can trip you over. The enemies are very aggressive. You can waste a lot of time if you don't kill them in time, and at the end of the day, doing this mission and getting to the final room and then not even having Thane be there because you took too long is absolutely the worst feeling in the world. I do feel like I did die several times. In fact, if you were to ask me did I die more times in this mission or in the Collector one, I died more times in this mission. It is, without a doubt, the hardest mission in the game. So if you don't want to recruit Thane, I would recommend not recruiting him. You can get past Mass Effect 3 without the resources that he provides and the help that he provides. And for as interesting a character as Thane is, I do recommend that you don't recruit him if you don't want to waste too much of your time and get too annoyed about all of the enemies that can swarm you here and make this mission feel like a living hell. I personally do this mission just because I want to. Thane is my favorite character in the series. Thane is also my favorite romance option in the series, so it's this is personal, this one, for me, but it doesn't have to be for you. Let's say. So yeah, I'm basically going through it just because I want to, and Thane's the recruitment mission is actually the only one that's, let's say, hard, because his loyalty mission is among the easiest ones, as well as Samara's. You really don't have to even pull the trigger. It's actually quite enjoyable, I would say, and I definitely do consider that Garrus, between the two of them, Garrus probably has the harder time. Like, you have a harder time recruiting and making Garrus loyal than you do Thane.
Please, don't kill us. We'll go.
Hey, look, they're not Eclipse. You're here to help us, right?
It's one reason I'm here. Come on out. It's safe enough.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. Not a merc. He's on his own.
Well, whoever sealed us in here. When he found us, I thought we were dead, but he just closed the door and locked us in.
Assassin helping potential witnesses. Odd.
Assassin?
Here for Nasana, I bet. She's got it coming. You treat people like this, it always comes back to bite you in the ass.
I wouldn't stay here too long. It should be safe down on the lower floors.
I was just thinking the same thing. Let's go, everybody!
Thank you. And tell your assassin to aim for her head. 'Cause she doesn't have a heart.
Get moving!
Anyway, this is actually a place where I die a lot. You can absolutely die if you're not prepared for this Krogan. He can swarm you because both of these guys have drones. The drones can take down your people very fast, and if they are down very fast, you get overwhelmed pretty fast and you don't have that many places to run. So this, to me, it's actually quite important that to focus on the Krogan basically, so that I don't get too overwhelmed here, which is why you saw me maneuver my people there in the beginning to make sure that they don't die too fast.
I haven't heard from teams 4 or 5. Don't worry, my team's always ready to go. I don't know where he is. Not yet. Don't worry about it. We don't need any reinforcements. I'll take care of it. It's under control. I'll go down there myself.
Turn around very slowly.
Damn it.
Tell me where the assassin is and I might let you live.
If I knew that, I wouldn't be wasting my time talking to you. You're not one of Nasana's mercs. Who are you?
You got 2 ways down, express or coach. Your choice.
Look, pal. Even if I knew where he was, I wouldn't tell you.
Not the answer I was looking for.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you should...
How about goodbye?
Okay, for this, goodness, for these missions, I do recommend to try your best to stick to the cover in the beginning of the room, because it takes the enemies a lot longer to come to you, so you have a lot more time to take them out one by one as they make their way towards you. This section is kind of tricky a little bit, just because it has those robots and they can catch you by surprise. But I personally do find the section coming up to be a little bit more tricky than this one.
Are you guys all right in here?
Get back! Get back! I'll shoot!
Don't do anything stupid, pal.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
Hurt me? I hardly felt a thing.
Talon!
Slow and easy.
He's my brother. I just want to see if he's all right. Are you the ones who shot the merc?
I've shot a lot of mercs today, but I can't take credit for him.
Then who did?
You tell me. What happened?
The merc found us and shouted at us to move. We panicked, and he shouted more. I thought he was going to kill us, then his head just exploded. Talon picked up the merc's gun, but we were too afraid to leave. Then you showed up.
That's a clean headshot. Sniper rifle, I'd guess.
There are still mercs up here. You should get to the lower levels.
No need to convince me. Talon, come on, get up.
Can we go home now?
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Thank you.
Alright, so I did die here. Trust me, I did die. This is actually I believe my second attempt. Because I did actually die. Not in this upcoming section over here, but you do get run a little bit backwards than normal. So if you rush forward, you do get a little bit swarmed by both the robots and the Asari, but you can get her to back off a little bit. And if you rush a little bit too forward, you get overwhelmed by a lot more of the Asari than just the robots. So that's usually what happens to me. I get impatient by this point and I rush forward and they swarm me, and then my shields are down and then they one-shot me. It's very funny. But I do learn from my mistakes. And once I know where the enemy is, I basically have no problem dealing with them. And I did die in the upcoming section as well, because of course it is a section that overwhelms you with too many things. Like there's robots here, there's guys with way too many shields, way too many of the guys with shields actually, and they are pretty aggressive and trying to go for you. And I also like being aggressive and trying to go for rushing through them, because on easier difficulties you definitely can rush this section. You can just run through and have no problems. And yeah, I got sick of that Asari and I pulled out the collector laser. It's the best heavy weapon in the game in my opinion. And I am save spamming at this point because I am sick of redoing parts of the mission when I don't have to. So yeah, definitely doing a lot of that. Another section that can overwhelm you, but I learned my lesson at this point, so I'm staying here in cover until I take care of these robots that are coming after me, because I do feel like the robots are the problem. Their bullets can tear through your shields pretty fast, which then leaves you in a very nasty position, because if the Asari locks you in place even for a couple of seconds with her biotic abilities, then and your shields are down, then you're dead pretty much. Like, it doesn't matter how much damage reduction Shepard has, it's still a death sentence. And here I'm moving my people out of range of those torrents because I don't want them to die for no reason, and I'm gonna be shooting those torrents from here, because if I move up to the next section I will be overwhelmed by the turrets and the enemies that are gonna be spawning there. So I want to take out the turrets from here and then move up and take out the enemies without having to worry about the turrets, because there's like, I believe, about 3 or 4 people, something like that. 3 or 4 enemies. So the problem here is the turrets. Like, if you get overwhelmed, and of course on the easier difficulties you don't even worry about the torrents, because you get here, there's no problem, you bulldoze your way through everything and you don't notice how annoying the turrets are. But on the higher difficulties, yeah, it's kind of noticeable, and you can take out quite a couple of the upstairs from here. To your left with, I believe, the 2 Asari. No, yeah, just the 1 Asari. And I think I get sick of this girl as well. I don't remember if I take out my gun for her, but I could have just ran through her with the collector's gun. But I guess I decide that she's not worth my time, because it's just 1 enemy and I can bullet her down. Yeah, pretty much.
Damn it! Finish them off!
Wait. Before you kill me, just tell me who hired you. I'm not an assassin, Nasana, but I'm looking for one. You break in here and decimate my security just to find the person who's here to kill me? What are you playing at, Shepard? What? I heard something. Damn it. Check the other entrances. You stay put. When I'm finished dealing with this nuisance, you and I am going to... I was wondering when you'd show up. I just tore this place apart looking for you. The least you can do is look at me.
Prayers for the wicked must never be forsaken.
She certainly was wicked.
Not for her. For me. The measure of an individual can be difficult to discern by actions alone. Take you, for instance. All this destruction, chaos. I was curious to see how far you'd go to find me. Well, here I am.
How'd you know I was coming at all?
I didn't. Not until you marched in the front door and started shooting. Nasana had become paranoid. You saw the strength of her guard force. She believed one of her sisters would kill her. You were a valuable distraction.
Let's cut to the chase. I need you for a mission.
Indeed.
You're familiar with the Collectors?
By reputation.
They're abducting entire human colonies. Freedom's Progress was their handiwork.
I see.
We're going after them.
Attacking the Collectors would require passing through the Omega-4 relay. No ship has ever returned from doing so.
They tell me it's a suicide mission. I intend to prove them wrong.
A suicide mission? Huh. Yes. A suicide mission will do nicely. I'm dying. Low survival odds don't concern me. The abduction of your colonists does.
You're dying. Are you contagious? How long do you have?
If you're interested, we can discuss it on your ship. The problem isn't contagious, and it won't affect my work.
I take it that means you're on the team?
I will work for you, Shepard. No charge.
I've heard impressive stories, Krios. Sounds like you'll be an asset to the team. That is, if you're comfortable having an assassin watch your back.
I've accepted a contract. My arm is Shepard's.
Uh-huh. Don't know about you, but I'm loyal to more than my next paycheck.
Keep it civil, people. We've all got the same goal. Maintain the objective.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Where shall I put my things? I'd prefer someplace dry if anything is available.
The area near the life support plant on the crew deck tends to be slightly more arid than the rest of the ship.
Ah, an AI. My thanks.
He seems quite civil.
Jacob. We need him, but that doesn't mean I trust him. Let me know if he turns into a problem.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, that will be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.